fellow beautiful Starlight tribe, and I am so excited to be making this vlog. Like, I'm such a portal geek. That's what I'm realising, because of all the vlogs I make, I don't think I've ever been so excited to make a vlog like this. And so basically, Starlight is running its house clearing course in August, which is all about activating the portals in your home. And one of the things I have decided to do for it, because not everybody understands what portals are, how they work, is to give the tribe a tour of the portals in my house. And not all of the portals, I'll explain at the end actually, not all of the portals in this house I'm going to be doing on the course. But I am just so super delighted, ridiculously overexcited to be showing off the portals in my house, because I love them and because they do so much for my life, and I am obsessed with portals. Like, my path is portals, and so it feels like a very intimate and exciting thing for me to do. So over here, it's quite hard to do a tour of something that's invisible, but over here in this corner is what is called the negative portal. And the word negative used to scare me, especially because I used to have a lot of duality consciousness. And it took years for me not to be slightly scared of the negative portal in houses. And then my guides explained to me that, yes, a negative portal can bring in heavy energy into a house, but it only does that if it's blocked. What the negative portal actually is the exit portal. It's how energy leaves the house. So if it's blocked, if it's not been activated, if it's not been cleared, then it's like a build-up of heavy energy will start to happen. Sometimes will start to magnetize. And so the negative portal is like in some ways the most important portal in the house, because it is how energy leaves the house. It's how the energy in the house doesn't stay stagnant. This portal, when we moved into this flat, like, the energy here was so bad that Kasha was like, I'm not leaving my instruments. I'm not leaving my instruments there. Like, it's really heavy and it's really moldy and it's really, like, dense. And literally, as soon as we opened up the portal, as soon as we got it flowing, like, the energy in this whole living room totally lifted, the energy in the whole flat totally lifted. The way I do the portal work is also to, like, add loads of extra things into it so that energy isn't going out of the house into the community without being cleared and transmuted or sent wherever it needs to go, so that as it goes through the portal, lots of good energy goes. And actually, this portal, the negative portal, is essential to my work. Like, so all of the deep, heavy work I do, all of the healing work I do on myself, any alchemy sessions, they got to happen in here. Because, I do shadow work, which is about bringing up the depths of people's trauma, the depths of people's family line trauma. Sometimes in a shadow, you hit upon very heavy energy, and that portal is what stops that energy getting stuck inside my house. Like, that means that I'm able to do the ceremonial work that I do, the shadow work that I do. But also, and I think this is more important, is even if I wasn't doing this work, I would still make sure that portal was there and operating, because you have stress in your house, you have arguments in your house, you have emotional times in your house, you have PMT times in your house, and it's like, if the energy doesn't have an exit, a flushing portal, an exit going out of it, where's it going to go? It's going to stay. And I don't want to sleep in that kind of energy. And so, and actually, this was the other really cool thing, is I realised that since doing the portal work in my house, I don't have to cleanse my crystals as much, because there is fresh energy flowing through the house, because that portal is creating space and taking energy out of the house. And so that is the negative portal. Very, very important. I'm so grateful for you. Such a big part of my path and my protection and the quality of my life. I'm going to take you now into the positive portal. So, there's a bit of building work going on. Can you hear okay? So, in this room, in the kitchen, is the positive portal, which is always the biggest portal in any home. And this is where energy comes in to a home. So, and the more the negative portal is clearing out, the more energy can come in to a home. And just as every house has an exit portal and every house has an entrance portal, the entrance portal, the positive portal, can also get blocked, which means that you're limiting the amount of flow and energy and life force and prana that can come through the house. Also, what you do when you're activating when you're activating the positive portal, is you can filter what comes in. I actually kind of understood that through my own water filter. Do you see the different layers in this amazing water filter? Different layers. That's what you do when you want to activate a positive portal properly, is get all of the intentions of what you want to bring in, so that you start to filter out what comes in, so that you're really calling in through the positive. You're having more guardianship over what energy comes in, and then vastly magnetizing and increasing and expanding the energies that you do want to have come in. It's a portal that connects you to blessings, positive energy, prana. Very, very important portal. Totally raises the vibration of your house. Again, if the energy can't come, if the negative portal is blocked, this portal can't work properly. And so and this portal is obviously really, really important, because who doesn't want to have loads of high vibration, blessings, abundance, goodness, new fresh energy coming into their house and their life. And so this portal is like so important. It also is the main frequency keeper for the house. So the healthier you can get it, the higher the frequency, the higher the vibration of the house, the more energies that you can come in. It's amazing. And obviously with these two portals, it depends where they are, but positive portals are amazing portals to manifest from, to do healing work in, to connect to. And so, very important portal. Then I'm going to show you outside. I'm sorry, my garden has not had much work done on it. So I'm outside now, and I'll show you. Right here is the medicine portal. So this portal is not essential to every house. This is the portal that we use for our fire ceremonies in Brighton. And so everybody is sitting, when we do ceremony, the fire is in the middle and everybody sits inside the portal. and it's a medicine portal, so it's specifically opened. It was specifically created to hold the directions to connect to the crystal grid, so that our personal healing becomes collective consciousness healing. It's specifically connected to medicines, medicines that the fire wants to work with, to the priests, priestess and priesty guides that Starlight works with, to the gods and goddesses we work with. This one is like the big healer in the house. So whenever I have to do like big healing work, even on myself, this is the one I come to. Like the releasing portal, the negative portal will clear, but if I need to bring in medicine, if I need to bring in nature energy, if I need to connect to Gaia, this is my big healer. It's filled with like alchemical geometry. It's filled with all things that Starlight refers to as medicine. And what's amazing about it is when I activated it's energetically connected to all of the other portals in the house. So every time we do a clearing, the whole house gets this amazing clearing and cleansing and medicine work going through it, and then of course out into the world, because wherever you send the energy out of your house, it comes through your house, gets blessed and activated by the portals in your house, and then goes and cleansed and purified, and then goes out into the world. So you're actually doing amazing amount of light work by having portals in your house, especially something like a medicine portal. And it means that the fire ceremonies allow for more healing, they allow for more multi-dimensional work, you can bring through loads of different medicines and activations at once. And, you know, it's very rare that I do a ceremony without a medicine portal open, because portals bring energy in and out. They help you connect to the different dimensions. So if you're doing a ceremony that you need to connect to a past life, or you need to connect to a childhood trauma, and you need to release that, the portal will not only help you connect, it will help you release. And so unless I am guided not to, I will always open a portal for any plant medicine ceremony, for any fire ceremony. It also does loads for the collective consciousness. It allows for the essence of gods and goddesses and medicines and star nations to come in. You can also call in loads of medicines that maybe you're not working with directly, but you know need to be there. It's just such a powerful way to do healing, and so I love my medicine portal. Our fire ceremonies are all so special and magical. Oh my god, I'm in portal heaven, coming back through the positive portal, and it's so different. Like, I almost want to invite you to take a moment to just feel the positive portal. The positive portals are always so magical and sparkly and uplifting. And so now I'm going to come through to a very, 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 very special portal. Very special portal. So I'm in the bedroom now. And right here. And it's kind of in the entire room. Or it's like corner to corner. So my altar's there. And then the other corner is there. And it's a massive circle that covers the whole room. This is the Tantra Portal. And the Tantra Portal is... wow. That's all I'm going to say. It's kind of private stuff, but oh my god, wow. It's very, very cosmic and special, and makes intimacy very, very sacred. I don't just use it for physical tantra, I use it for a lot of bringing through tantra repair codes, for tantra healing work that I do. I keep being guided actually on there's so much tantric awakening happening, which is so beyond sex. It's about the dance of sovereignty and oneness. So I keep being guided to do like meditations and record things in here so that the codes can come through. It's an amazing healer, it's an amazing activator, it's an amazing awakener. It's really, like I said, keeps just pouring tantric wisdom and codes into me, keeps wanting to be part of webinars and courses that we're running. It was also just like, in terms of sleeping in it, it's allowing for me to have an awakening, evolution, and activation while I'm sleeping, in terms of Tantra, as in intimacy. Like, wow. Oh my god. It's really amazing. I love my Tantra Portal. And I almost want to invite you again as well, because the energy in here is so different. It's like, it's so swirly, and I don't know, there's something so indulgent and yet illuminating about the Tantra Portal. And it helps you come into more sovereignty and more oneness. And so you can have a feel about the Tantra Portal. And then when you're ready, we will go to the last portal. It's open in my flat. And so in this corner here, right opposite the negative portal, is a magnetism portal, because what the exit portal does, the negative portal does, is create lots of space. And so one of my intentions for this year is about understanding magnetism. So I set up this portal to connect to the moon, to the divine feminine work that we're doing, to bring more magnetism into our lives, to magnetically charge. So I've got my Ganesh altar here, which is where we do a lot of manifesting. Ganesh does a lot of preparing for journeys and stuff. So all of that manifesting blessing work we do with Ganesh gets magnetized. And then I've got down here my Divine Feminine aura space, because the Divine Feminine is really about magnetism. And so all the Divine Feminine work we do gets supercharged, gets super aligned, gets super connected. This portal has loads of connection to the goddess and the goddesses and the moon, and it's a real opportunity for my feminine to reset and recharge and rebalance. And so that's what the magnetism portal is there for. It really kind of works in junction with the positive portal, just bringing, like, supercharging the good things that you're calling in, supercharging the intention. So those are the portals in my house. And like I said, they're all connected, they all swirl, and so they all work together and they all activate together. That's how obsessed with portals I am. I've got 5 portals. 5 portals. So in the course that we are about to run, we don't work with all of the portals that I've got in my house. The course that we're running is a foundation course, so it is literally for what is needed for a normal home. This is after 10 years of working with portals and for becoming obsessed with them. So I have extra portals because I am a portal worker, just like an artist has more paint in their house than somebody that's not an artist. Because portals are at the centre, along with channeling, of my path. And I'm obsessed with them. I opened some extra ones and I activated some extra ones. What we're doing and the extra ones are the magnetism one, the medicine one, and the Tantra one. What we're doing in the house clearing course is we're working with the portals that actually exist in the house, not ones that you have to open, the ones that exist in the house, which are the negative portal and the positive portal, which is the foundation of getting energy to flow through the house. My guides have said, I asked them about the Tantra Portal for you guys, but they said no, because actually Tantras at the moment are having this, a lot of the corruption of Tantra is coming up to be cleansed, and if you don't know what you're doing portal-wise, it's not a good thing to open a Tantra portal until you're really pro at portal work, basically. And so they said no, but they said that what we could do is activate an extra blessing portal in the foundation course. So you will learn to work with 2 portals that already exist and the beginning of opening one. But a blessing one is much easier because it's like connected to like really high vibration, like the angelic realm. It's not going to be a problem if you miswire the portal. Do you see what I mean? Whereas the medicine and the Tantra and the magnetism portals, you've got to know what you're doing by that to be able to do stuff like them, because they're, you know, a magnetism portal is magnetic. It will, if it's not healthy, it's going to be magnetizing unhealthy things. Like I said, there's a lot of corruption of Tantra coming through, and again, a medicine portal really, to be in integrity, needs to be for they're designed, they're created for groups, and so yeah, it's portal work is it's not baby energy work. It's quite advanced energy work, and the foundation of it is working with the standard portals in a house. That's the beginning of it, and my guides, whenever they do a training, they are all about the foundation, because they're like, get the foundation strong. They do this in the channeling course as well. Get the foundation strong, and you are going to always know what you're doing. Like, if your foundation is strong, that's when you are able to embody and advance. But it's like a musician, they have to practice the scales, same thing. And actually, you know, I'm being portal greedy in my house. I am a portal worker. It was part of me learning and living through portal work. But for years, I only did the negative portal and the positive portal, and if I stopped being a portal worker, I would still do those 2 portals because they are essential. Like to me, they are essential. If energy doesn't flow through your house, it becomes stale. If good energy doesn't come in, you're blocking the potential for a good life. If negative energy doesn't leave, you're making your life unhealthy. Like, in every area, because your house is the foundation of everything. And everything becomes easier. Like I said, you don't have to cleanse your crystals as often, because fresh energy is moving through the house. Like, the portals do so much work for you once they're working properly, once you've become a guardian of them. When we left our house and went on the road for 9 months, I totally freaked out. Not about not having any stuff, not about not having an address, not about anything like that. I was like, what am I going to do without my house portals? What am I going to do? And the guides were like, the only way your energy will be reset in the way your house in the way that your house portals work for you is if you go to sacred sites. But don't worry, there'll be a sacred site around the corner everywhere you go. And they were right. It was amazing. There was a sacred site. Now, sacred sites were built to allow energy to flow. They were built around the natural energy flow of the earth, and the ancient ones understood this, and they understood the importance of this for connection, for health, for abundance, for prayer, for healing, for evolution, for the health of the planet. And so they built the sacred sites around energy flow. And what opening the portals in your house does, especially the negative and positive portal, and ideally a blessing portal, is it allows for energy to flow naturally. It allows for the energy to flow in the way it would flow if you were in nature. It allows for energy, and in doing so, that makes your house a sacred space. It makes your house a temple. It raises your vibration. I mean, just look at water. Energy and water are so similar. If water is stagnant, it becomes clogged and unhealthy and loses its life force. If it flows, it becomes healthy. Because it's water. It gives life and growth and blessings to everything that it flows through. Energy is the same. And the energy in your house is, it's where you are sleeping, it's where you are eating, it's where you are making love, it is where you are growing, it is, for some of you, it's where you're working, it's where you're manifesting, it's where you're praying, it's where you're healing. Oh my gosh, get the energy good in your house. And, get the foundation, and then other portals can come into it. Like for me, I did this for years, learned about portals, and then was able to do things like opening Tantra portals and stuff like that. But you need to know your stuff with entrances and exits of energy. And that's why we're doing the foundation course. That is so thorough. That is such a beautiful initiation that gives so many activations, and it gives so much one-to-one support. Like every day I'm going to be giving people one-to-one support. On top of that, there is video one-to-ones, there is vlog one-to-ones, there is written support. Energetically, you are under the protection of my higher self and the higher self of the guide supporting. And so, if anything goes wrong, it's not going to come to you. And so you're completely protected and completely guided, and you will feel the difference. Like, I promise you, every time I've done this, we get so many compliments on the flow of energy and how our house feels from people that are awake, asleep. It doesn't matter. Like, people come in and they're like, oh my God, I love the way I feel when I'm in your house. And you feel it instantly as soon as you've sorted it out, as soon as you've activated the portals and got all of the flow going, and it's all been done properly and cleared properly. It feels totally different. It's something you can actually feel. That's why I love portals. It's not just third eye spirituality. It's stuff that your body responds to, that your heart responds to, that your aura responds to, that your third eye responds to, that every part of you responds to. And yeah, I genuinely believe that if everybody sorted out the energy in their house, we would be manifesting a very different reality on the planet right now, because the planet's energy would be flowing much better. And it's funny, when the energy is good in your house, it makes you much more conscious of when something's wrong. You're much more aware of when something needs to get cleared or sorted out. So you get it early, you know, it doesn't become a stain or a problem energetically. It also makes you want to keep your house tidier. Like, it inspires you to want everything to align within the healthy flow of energy, so you become cleaner and tidier and look after your tools and all sorts of things better. And you know, that's really what we need on a macro level and a micro level, is the energy and intentions and responsibilities for our personal life, our community, and the planet to all being about becoming cleaner and tidier and brighter and healthier and happier and more flowful and more blessed and more sacred. Whew, that is my portal tour. I'm so proud of them. I love them so much. I'm so happy they let me, you know, they're so conscious, and I really felt them like being like, all right, you can show us off on Facebook. And again, I can show them off because they're so protected and looked after. And so there are so many reasons to do this course. If you're called, we do have limited spaces for it because of the one-to-ones. We do have 2 groups. So we have one that is starting on the 22nd of August and one starting on the 1st of September. And yeah, we hope you come and join us. Portals are amazing. I love them. I'm in love with portals, and I'm so grateful for everything that they do for my life and my path. And actually for the fact that they mean that I don't have to overwork. Like, they do so much of the work for me in ceremony, for when we do our collective consciousness journeys in my house. Like, they're amazing. Thank you so much for watching and listening. I love you all. I'm so portal high. Mwah! Love you loads.